and welcome to another Man Room Cigar Review with Dave and Tony. Today we're doing the Flor Dominicana Double Ligero 660.
Also known as the DL 660. This cigar has a wonderful Ecuadorian Habano wrapper with Dominican binder and filler. Nice little flavor bomb.
It definitely is a flavor bomb. A lot of people would think a 660 would end up being a 60 ring gauge and a 6-inch cigar. This actually is a 60 ring gauge, but it's only 4 5/8 inches long, which kind of packs a punch.
Oh yeah. The interesting thing about this cigar is, even for its small size, it smokes a really long time, depending on how you go about it. If you're a power smoker, it'll only last you about 45 minutes to an hour, but if you really sit down and appreciate the time with the cigar, you'll get a great flavor blend.
It's very true. Smoking in a 40-minute time limit for this cigar, it's a little bit of a challenge too, because this cigar does pack a punch.
It does. It really does. We're about an inch into it so far. It has a wonderful ash, and the flavor profile is really in the forefront.
Yeah, on the light, actually, every time I light up one of these La Flors, the first thing I get as soon as I light the cigar is chocolate.
Yeah.
I always enjoy that. It's a nice chocolate that just kind of hits you as soon as you start smoking it, and it kind of fades away as you can move into the cigar, but it's right there on the foot, and it's a cool flavor to have just straight up front. After that, I feel it kind of fades away with gets a little bit more nutty, some spice to it.
Yeah, I definitely get like kind of a subtle leathery, like almost a cracked pepper kind of spice off your mouth.
Cracked pepper, it's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what I would say it would be.
So let's smoke into these a little bit more and tell you what we think. All right, so getting into the second third of the cigar, and I have a killer ash going right now. I mean, it's strong, fucking great. It's fracturing a little bit, so I'm going to give it a tap right now so it doesn't fall on me. Like it's about to.
Good.
How is your ash so far?
My ash has actually been very good. It's consistent. I've had a little bit of an uneven burn, but that's expected on a 60. It's not going to stay straight the entire time in the cigar with that ring gauge. Ash has been great though. I knocked mine off a little earlier, but I had a nice consistent ash. It didn't flake. Yeah, looked good.
My flavor profile has been staying very smooth. I'm getting that slight leathery flavor to mine. A little bit of pepperiness. It really kind of mellowed out as it's been smoking through the cigar.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit more. The chocolate's all gone. You got that nuttiness, some wood.
Yeah.
A little bit of toast to the wood even too.
Toasty plank.
Toast, yeah, and a little bit of coffee too. So it's a complex cigar, which is what I enjoy about it.
Yeah. A little history to the La Flor Dominicana DL 660. These cigars came out back in 2003. Originally, before that, it was just the Ligero line of the company. So this was a real game changer for them. It was kind of that bigger, badder cigar that they came out with.
Yeah, what makes it that bigger, better cigar is the Ligero. A lot of cigars you'll see nowadays actually have a lot of Ligero in them because people look for a stronger cigar. And what Ligero is the strongest leaf from the tobacco plant. As you're removing the leaves, as you're trimming the plant, you end up with there's 3 strings of leaves. There's Seco, Filato, and Ligero. As you move up the plant, and the Ligero leaf stays on the plant the longest, gets the most sunlight, and ends up with the highest nicotine content. So you end up with a nice strong cigar and a lot of flavor.
Yeah. All the good grooves goes right up into there.
Yep. So with this, actually, this cigar is kind of medium to full because of that Ligero, but it definitely can knock you back a little bit because the amount of Ligero in there. If you're not used to the nicotine.
I feel like this is one of those good benchmark cigars. You can kind of gauge other cigars by this. You can say, oh, well, this was a good cigar, but it's not as good as this, With a cigar like this, you can say, oh, it was good, but, it wasn't as good as the 660.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot, actually.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going through these.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're finishing up our DL 660 La Flor Dominicanas. I'm getting a great flavor profile off of mine still, kind of like a subtle spiciness, almost kind of like a bread flavor off of mine. Kind of like smoking a spicy loaf of bread.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. I think the flavor stayed pretty consistent for me. I still get that woodiness. The spice has gone down a little bit. It's mellowed out over time. But it's a consistent cigar after the first third, which I like.
Yeah.
And it smokes great.
One thing I will say about this cigar, it's the kind of cigar you can put down, pick up about 10 minutes later, and it's still smoking. That's a sign of a great cigar.
Well construction.
Very good. Very good construction. Great flavor still.
Yeah, the flavor stays fantastic all the way through the cigar. The strength is a medium to full.
Yeah.
And it actually, it doesn't really get much stronger than that, for me.
Yeah.
At least. Some people will say it's stronger because they're not used to the Ligero, but for me, I love it. It's medium to full, and that stays consistent with the flavor all the way through.
Yeah. I've smoked mine down just a little bit further than yours. One thing I will also say is it's a cool burning cigar. As far down as it is, still virtually no heat on my hands.
Yeah, my fingers have no heat on them either.
Yeah. Generally, anywhere you look, you can find the cigar for $6 to $9, depending on what state you're in and what shop. Ratings, what are you thinking there?
I'm gonna give mine an 8.5. I like this cigar a lot. I'm a big fan of the cigar. I personally prefer the Maduro wrapper, so I would give that, the Maduro, a little higher rating. I also prefer the longer one, the DL700. And that, if I was gonna go for one of these, that's the cigar I go for. So I love this cigar, but I can't give it as high of a rating as I would give that one. So I'm gonna put it down to 8.5.
Okay. I'm giving it a 9 for construction, flavor, and just consistency. You will not have a bad one of these. Lito Gomez always makes a great cigar. I always have a great burn with them. I always have great flavor.
You can't go wrong with this cigar.
You cannot go wrong with this cigar. So if you have any questions, any comments, anything you'd like us to review, please comment below.
Yep. If you'd also like to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you can do that as well. You throw a comment up there of a cigar you'd like us to review on any of our media platforms. We'll do our best to get that cigar and review for you.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks for watching.